Hi, I'm Michael Nadeline from Market Lead, and today's video is a bit of a different one. Usually I do them all on Google Ads, but today's one's a bit different because it's on the new Netflix ads. So this was announced about 6 months ago, and Netflix are now going to be running ads on their basic tier model. And this is actually going to be done through Microsoft ads as well, so through the Microsoft network. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video is I think it's really important to be on top of all the new paid ads channel, and because Netflix is the highest used streaming channel in the world, I think them finally doing paid advertising is a huge announcement. So I'll just go over a few things. You can read this article here. It does go over a lot of things. So the launch will be on November 3, but it's actually going to be November 1st. It will be available in 12 countries. And the countries are just down here. So Australia, Canada, USA, Mexico, Brazil, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, United Kingdom, Japan, Korea, and Australia again. The things that I thought were really interesting when I was going through this documentation and also the video launch was the ad load's going to be 4 to 5 minutes an hour. So that's significantly less than TV. It's probably around the same as YouTube, and the formats are going to be at 15 seconds to 30 seconds. And these will be a mixture of pre-roll and mid-roll as well. The launch dates, I got this screenshot from it. Canada and Mexico will be on the 1st of November. Most of other countries will be November 3rd, and then November 10 will be Spain. Now, going into the advertiser benefits, and I'll just go through these notes based on how they were presenting them. This will be a bit of out of order. Firstly will be the advertising placement. So you'll be doing it on country or content, so like action or romance, and then you can also target the top 10 shows. In terms of control, you can exclude your ads running on certain TV shows or certain themes, so things like sex or violence and other stuff like that. They've also got this part about verification, so they'll actually be using pretty credible third parties to let you know if you got valid traffic, if it was bot traffic or it was actually real traffic, and your real views as well, which I think is really important in paid advertising now, especially when this will be a CPM model. In terms of the data, because this will be used on Microsoft ads, or the advertising will go through it, I actually had a chat with Microsoft today. They don't have any official documentation on it yet, but they will soon. So I did take the time to reach out to them. But the data will only be available on Netflix, and it won't be able to go into Microsoft or any other channel. So knowing that the data that's being used is only from Netflix and it will only stay in Netflix. Now, the big thing is, and this is probably going to be the annoying part, is it doesn't appear to be self-serving at the moment. There's nothing that talked really about how an individual advertiser could do it. It only seemed like it was for a select few companies, and they did say that all their ad inventory have pretty much been sold out. At the start, the pricing will be a fixed price, so it's not auction-based, but they may be going to an auction-based model in the future, which I presume once it starts expanding and it's shown to be safe and people like it, it'll be similar to YouTube. The other part is for movies. For new movies, it will only be pre-roll, but for older movies and TV shows, it'll be pre-roll and mid-roll as well. So they just don't want to ruin the ad experience for a lot of people. In terms of some of the targeting, so once again, I mentioned before, you've got country, content, and top 10 shows. But because Netflix actually tracks people's genders and date of birth, they'll also be making that available to advertisers. In terms of the types of ads, now this is the good part. There'll be no political ads, no illegal products, fraud, guns, explosive, fireworks, smoking, any of that stuff that is illegal in certain countries, and it will be based on the country it was in. The other one that was actually quite interesting was there will be no get-rich-quick scheme. So the old info marketers and other ones that start to try to exploit new channels, they won't be allowed on there as well. Now, you know what time it is. I'll keep this short. Like, comment, and subscribe to keep up to date with the latest and greatest Google Ads and paid ad news. And lastly, it's your time to be number one. So Market Lead is now taking on new clients. So if you're serious about increasing sales, increasing customers, and more importantly, scaling your business, book in a strategy session with someone in my team and you'll get a free action plan. Just go to marketlead.com.au, go to the strategy session link, and then book it in there. So remember, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll keep this short. Enjoy. They didn't disclose the CPM, and they actually refused to disclose the CPM, but I think it's pretty interesting to know that it will be a CPM model and the ad placement has been sold out. The other thing was that demographic targeting is not available at launch, but over time it will be available. and they'll be moving more towards behavioral ads in the long term as well. So this is just my notes of chatting to Microsoft this morning, going through a few articles and watching these videos, just to give a quick summary to everyone who doesn't want to watch it. But this is coming from the perspective of a paid advertiser. So it doesn't seem like this will be a self-service model now. It may be in the future, but it just seems like there's so many limitations. It's quite amazing that they announced it 6 months ago and they're going to launch in 6 months with amazing advertising on an amazing platform. But it really comes down to now, this will only be available to big advertisers that seem to be invited or approved. But then the next stage will be better targeting and then open to the free market as well. So I'll just leave it there. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've learned about this. You can learn about this all yourself and watch the videos, but it's always better to get a quick summary on this. So exciting to see this launch, and I'll be excited to run these on my clients when the time comes as well.